I have another video where I talk about the iPad version of Quizlet. This is the web version. It pretty much does the same kind of things. There's a few extra bits and pieces it can do. So, for instance, if I go into the study sets and I have a look at one of the ones we looked at on the iPad, this one here, for example, you'll see that it can look at the flashcards, you can learn, you can write, and so on. Has a couple of extra pieces, including a game here, and it also has this thing here, Quizlet Live. Quizlet Live allows you to have a class in two different teams competing against each other. You give them a unique 6-digit code. Quizlet divides them into groups, and what's quite nice about it is they have to collaborate in their answers. They are forced to talk to each other about the vocabulary, about the terms that you've added to this particular set. What I wanted to spend the time on, though, I'll give you some links to look at Quizlet Live, but what I wanted to do was to concentrate on this idea of classes. I have here, for example, a class I created for my higher class the other year, and what I could do is I can share, very easily share terms cards with that class, but what they can also do is they can create their own cards and share them with each other. So in fact what we did as an exercise last year was that each person in the class made up a set of definitions for a different part of the syllabus. They shared them with each other. Because they were shared in the class, I could just quickly check them and make sure that the definitions they'd come up with were sound. And then they had a complete resource that they had put together themselves. So that's quite nice. There's a few other bits and pieces it can do, which I'll show you with this demo class. At the moment, you can see I've shared 3 different sets of cards with this particular class, but at the moment there are only 2 members. There's just myself and Mr. Bradley Pitt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to Angelina Jolly, who is about to join my class. So join or create a class. Now there's different ways that we can do this. Probably the easiest way is just to ask the class to search for your Quizlet name. So here we are, classes matching. So there's my higher class, NAT5 1P3, and there is the demo class. So I'm going to request to join that demo class, and I'm waiting to be allowed in, as it were. So if I go back to the teacher here, just while I'm here as well, I can also give the classes a unique code that if they go there, it will automatically bring them into the class. Or in fact, I can use this to add members and invite them either by their email or by their Quizlet username. So there's different ways I can get them in. So that allows me, therefore, to see the classes. I know that Angelina has requested to join because I've just done it, but you'll have noticed, hang on, I'll go back a step. There was a 1 there, it's gone now, curses, saying that somebody wished to join, and here it's here, 1 request to join, and I'm going to accept her into the class. So she is now a member of this class, and if I click here, it will show me that she's a member of the class. Now, what's quite useful also is that once they're a member of the class, I can click on that person and I can see that they haven't created any sets, but they have done a bit of studying. They've used one of my sets, and at the moment all that Bradley's done is he's started the flashcards, and he's done that once, and he's also had a go at playing match with this particular study set. So I get a brief summary of what each member of the class has done with the resources that I've made available. So we're going to go back to Angelina now. So she is now a member of this class. So she can see, she should be able to see who else is a member, so she can see the other people, but she should also be able to see the sets that have been shared with her. So in this case, we're just going to have a quick look at the test one here, and you can see that she has all the facilities, so she can do just a quick learn. There's only 2 terms in this one, printer and scanner. So she can do that, and again she can...
An input device that can change images into codes for input to the computer.
And so on. I'm going to go back to the teacher mode now, and back to my demo class. And here I can now look and see what Angelina's done. And she hasn't created any sets yet, but she has used this, and there's obviously a bit of a propagation. Oh, there we are, started flashcards on the 23rd. So it does regard that. We'll get the wee number 1 in due course, I'm sure. So that's just a quick look at the website and some of the tools that are available to teachers.